Okay, welcome to class. Find your mat, and if you do not have a strap nearby, if you would get one or something that you can use for a strap would be wonderful. So come to your mat and take a moment, just take a few deep grounding breaths and let yourself settle in, let your face soften. And on your next exhale, let your jaw relax and let the shoulders roll down your back. And just take a few breaths here, just kind of checking in about how your breath and your body and your mind are at and how they're feeling at this moment. And I want to share a reading from Mark Nepo, one of my favorite books. I've brought it up many times. It's totally dog-eared and all of that, but it's a great book. So this one is, We Share the Same River. The river's now in me. It says, I was traveling in South Africa and felt very tender one morning when my friend Kim came upon me as I was weeping. She asked if I was okay, and I told her it was only the waters of life splashing up my shore. Later that day, I found her near tears and checked in with her. And she said, the river's now in me. And we looked into each other and realized that we all share the same river. It flows beneath us and through us from one dry heart to the next. We share the same river. It makes the earth one living thing. The whole of life has a power to soften and open us against our will, to irrigate our spirits. And in those moments, we discover that tears, the water from within, are common blood, mysterious and clear. We may speak different languages and live very different lives, but when the deep water swells to the surface, it pulls us to each other. We share the same river, and where it enters, we lose our stubbornness the way fists wear open when held under in the stream of love. So take a moment, close your eyes, and visualize a little stream and maybe some rain just kind of trickling down into that stream, and how that river just kind of runs through everything and then picks up as more and more little rivulets kind of come into it. And just acknowledge that and note how the same river touches everything and moves on. And as you breathe, feel the life of everything swell through you, and realize that we all carry those same emotions, those same desires to feel love, to feel happiness, to feel joy. And then take a nice big inhale, just filling your heart center. And on your exhale, tuck the chin into the chest. And then lift your head up on the inhale. And just flow with your breath a few times, tucking in, being gentle with the neck as you lift up on the inhale. Maybe just close the jaw a little to stretch the front of the throat rather than extending the back of the neck too far. And then on your next inhale, take your head over to one side, doing some nice gentle circles. And as you come around to center, pause and then reverse that direction. And then as you come with your chin to your chest, just lift your head for a moment and just kind of check in with how your head and neck feel. Take 2 fingers and bring your thumbs together. Find your collarbones, drop down, find that first little hollow, that K27 point. Do some tapping here. Inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Big breaths here. The end point of the kidney meridian, get all the energies flowing in the right direction. Shake it off and bring one hand on the sternum, tapping here. Same breath, nice big inhales, big exhales out the mouth. Stimulating our thymus and our immune system, getting that all working for us. The end of that next exhale, shake out the hands, bring them to the sides, and some tapping here. You can tap all around that triangle of the ribs under the breasts or the pectoral muscles. And then shake it out and then bring 2 fingers on the cheekbones, tapping here. Another nice way to do it too is drum. You can decide, you can take like 3 fingers and kind of drum it from one to the other, but you decide which feels best for you. And shake out the hands. Take 2 fingers over the bridge of the nose and circle around one eye, cross the bridge of the nose, circle around the other, kind of creating a little figure 8. And as you're breathing here, come back to that idea of a stream, of that connecting all of us through all of those emotions that kind of run through us. And then as you come to the bridge of the nose, reverse your direction, go the other way. And then release the hands, bring them onto the knees, and tap the same knee with the same hand. Same breath. Brush it off. And then cross it over. And shake out the hands. Bring the hands one over the other in front of the pubic bone. Sit up tall, close the eyes, set an intention for your practice. You choose what it will be. And on your inhale, draw your hands up the body, flip them and exhale them out. Do that 2 more breaths. Drawing up the energy to set that intention in, shedding it out into your aura, putting it out to the universe. Take 1 finger on the belly button, 1 on the third eye, gently press in, slightly up, 3 breaths here. And then release the hands. And then come over onto your hands and knees and kind of move yourself towards the back of your mat. And come back into child's pose. Bring the hips on the heels. Let the head bow down. And take a couple big breaths into the back body. Really letting the back of the heart center expand. See if you can let that expansion be so big that you feel it all the way down into the pelvis. And then walk your hands over to the right side. Let your head bow down again. Breathe into that left side of your rib cage. Nice, big, expansive breaths. Breathing into the intercostal muscles between the ribs. When we can open up the side body, we open up into the heart center more. And then come back to center, kind of come up and shift your hips over to the right. So kind of off of your heels here, and take the right hand on the mat, and take the left hand on the mat, reach up with the right hand. Nice big breath into that side body. Breathing deeply, really stretch those fingers high. Try to keep the shoulders stacked so you're not coming forward. And then lower that hand down, come back to center, come back to your child's pose. Take a few breaths here. Expand the back body. And then walk your hands over to the left side. Let the head bow down. And again, breathe deeply into the right side of the rib cage. And if this bothers your knees, you can do it more up on your knees. If coming into the child's pose with your hips towards the heels bothers you, you can modify. And then come back to center. Let the hips come over to the left side. And then you're going to take the right hand down, lift up that left arm. Nice big breaths into that left side body. And if you kind of try to draw the elbow back a little, lift the gaze, you might feel that stretch all the way from the IT band right up through the side of the body here. Breathing into it. Exhale, lower it down. Come onto your hands and knees into your tabletop position and do a few cat-cows here and try to imagine it going from one end of the spine to the other. So that as you inhale, lift the tailbone and let the belly drop and the wave kind of rolls right up the spine. And then exhale, roll it back down. And then inhale, come to a neutral spine, tuck the toes, lift the hips high, come into your first downward dog, bend the knees and really draw the shoulders down your back and let the heels come off the mat quite a bit here. So you can find that nice length in the spine. Let the neck relax. Take a few breaths here and lift and lower the heels. Pedal out the feet a little bit. And then look forward to your hands and walk your feet forward. Ground down your feet. Inhale to a flat back and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. And find your strap. Take your strap and just have it kind of, you can just hold it about, a little bit wider than your shoulder width and bring the balls of your feet onto your strap. And on your inhale, lengthen up into your flat back. On your exhale, use the strap, keep the belly toned, let yourself hinge forward more, but lengthen through the spine. And if you need to have a little bit of bend in the knees, that's fine, but only put down as far as you comfortably can using the strap. Inhale, lengthen up again. And then exhale, bend the elbows, draw your torso down, but be gentle with the low back. Keep the spine long and tone the belly a little bit here. On the next inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, bend the elbows, draw the chest towards the shins, breathing here. And then inhale up and lift the feet up off. And inhale, rise up. And bring the arms up overhead. So you can you decide if you want to walk them in or if you have a long strap like me, maybe you want to just bring it in half so it's not whapping you in the face. And then step the right foot back into a lunge and lower the knee onto the mat. Okay. So you have your toes tucked in back. And on your inhale, let yourself tone the belly, come forward, bring the elbows back a little bit. And then draw the heart center up. And then exhale, push back, straighten the arms. Inhale, come forward, lift the heart center, bring the elbows back. Keep a long neck. Exhale, lift the hips. So as you're coming forward, it's okay if the knee comes in front of the ankle because your hips are lower than the knee here. Inhale. And you decide how wide you want your hands, what feels comfortable for you. Just draw them back, tone the belly, opening up the heart center. Do that one more time. Nice. And then lift the knee off the mat and come forward. Okay. So, hello, Linda, joining us here. So if you can find a strap, that would be great. So lift the feet up and bring the balls of the feet back onto the strap and lengthen through the spine. On the exhale, bend the knees, let yourself fold over a little bit. And then inhale, lengthen up. So be gentle with the hamstrings here. Really tone the belly and lengthen the spine first before you draw yourself down a little more. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, bend the elbows, draw yourself in. Inhale up, lift the feet and bring them off of the strap. And then bring the strap up overhead. And this time step the left leg back into a lunge and then lower the knee on the mat. So just adjust yourself so you're in a comfortable lunge here and your toes are tucked in back. Draw the shoulders down your back. And then on your inhale, let the hips come forward. Bring the elbows back. Lift the heart center. And then exhale, come back up. You shift the hips over that back knee. Inhale, come forward, open up the chest, raise the cheekbones. Exhale. Inhale, letting yourself sink into the lunge a little more. Big breath. Exhale, come up. Inhale. And then exhale. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, come forward. Exhale. Arms up high. Tuck the back toes and just step your foot forward here. Ground down the feet, tone the belly, keep the arms up. Exhale, let yourself come over to the right side. Nice big breath here. Breathing into it. We're getting people jumping in late to class. Keep breathing there. Take another big breath, and then on your inhale, come up. Center, ground down through the feet, and then exhale over to the left side. Nice big breath, stack the shoulders. Breathing here. Inhale up. Ground down the feet, tone the belly, really lengthen the tailbone down to the mat. And then see if you can bring the arms behind you a little bit in a nice back bend, gentle back bend. It's an upward back bend. So imagine the shoulder blades, the bottom of the shoulder blades lifting up into the heart center. Nice. And then exhale, lower the arms down. Just roll out the shoulders for a minute. And then step the right leg back into a lunge. So have your left knee right over the ankle and you're on the ball of the foot in back. Raise the arms up here. And on your inhale, bend a little more into the knee. Bring the elbows back. Lift the heart center. And then exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale, lift the heart center as you bend into the knee. Bring the elbows back. Exhale, straighten the leg. Raise the arms up. Inhale, bend the knee. Arms back. Open up the heart center gently here. Exhale. One more time. Nice big breath. And then bring the hands up. Just bring your strap. Just let it come down and open up into your warrior two. Find that position of your arch and your heel. Reach through the fingertips here. Spread the fingertips wide. Nice big breaths. Breathing. Just imagine coming back to that idea of that river flowing through. Imagine that river being the air that we breathe, that breath coming through all of us and knowing our similarities. On your exhale, take your right hand onto your thigh, lift the left hand up, take a few breaths here, reaching, opening up that side body, and then inhale up, exhale, bring the forearm onto the thigh, reach along, ground down the back foot, and then flow with the breath, back and forth. One more time. Nice big inhale. On the exhale, pinwheel the hands onto either side of the front foot. Step back to your downward dog. Draw the shoulders down your back. Pedal out the feet a little bit. Lift and lower the heels. And then inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, lower down to the mat. Point the toes, draw the elbows back. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips high, downward dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. We're going to flow through this a couple times. Exhale, lower down. Feel free to lower knees first. Draw the elbows back. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips high, downward dog. Inhale, forward to a plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward dog. Inhale to a plank. Exhale to the mat. Inhale, tone the belly, rise up, maybe come a little higher this time. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward dog. One more time. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, lower to the mat. Draw the shoulders back, tone the belly. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips high, downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg straight behind you. Exhale, drop forward to lunge. Inhale, the left leg forward, ground down the feet, let the head come towards the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, the heart center. Nice. Find that strap again. And you decide how wide you want your arms on it. Raise them up overhead, tone the belly. This time, step the left leg back. So you have a bend in the knee. Draw the navel in and bring the elbows back. Lift the heart center. And then exhale, straighten the arms, straighten the front leg. Inhale. Elbows come back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Big breath in. Lift the heart center as you draw the arms back. Exhale up. Release the strap. Just put it to the side. Open up into your warrior two. Find that alignment of the arch of the back foot, the heel of the front foot. Your knee is right over the ankle. Reach through the fingertips. Spread your fingers. Raise your cheekbones. On your exhale, take the left hand on your thigh. Raise your right hand up. Draw the shoulders down your back. Nice big breaths. And then inhale up. Exhale, forearm onto your thigh. Reach long. Flow with your breath here, back and forth. One more time. And then this time, exhale, pinwheel the hands onto either side of the front foot. Step back to downward dog. Draw the shoulders down your back. Bend the knees a little bit. Lift and lower the heels again. Stretch out the calves. Maybe just see what feels good in this dog. Maybe you want to kind of push the hips out to the side a little bit and open up the sides of the hips a little. And then come to center. Inhale forward to a plank. Exhale through chaturanga or knees, chin, chest. Draw the belly and elbows back. Inhale, rise up to cobra, or if you like, come up to up dog. Tone the belly. Exhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, forward to a plank. Exhale, lower to the mat. Tone the belly. Inhale, rise up. Your choice, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back. Let's flow through one more time. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift your left leg straight behind you. Exhale, drop forward to lunge. Inhale, the right leg forward. Ground down the feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, heart center. Nice. Find your strap again. And this time, we're going to play with some balance. So you're going to take the strap, bring your weight into your right foot, and bring the strap over the ball of the left foot. Oh, try to not have it on the arch because you don't want to irritate that. Take your left hand and bring it close to your belly with your thumb pointing away, and bring the strap right over that hand and draw your foot in. So you kind of come into your center and ground down and keep your right hand on your hip. Tone the belly and lengthen through the crown of your head and try to keep the shoulders stacked right over the hips. And then when you're ready, see if you can straighten that front leg. And height isn't as important as a straight leg. So if this is where your leg is today, that's perfect. Try to have your hip points level and draw the shoulders down your back, breathing here. Use that strap for resistance. As you push into it with your foot, drop back with your arm to help you find that balance. Try to soften the face, soften the gaze. And then see if you can bring the foot out to the left side. Turn the toes up. And you'll notice your weight has to kind of shift a little to the right and bring your hand out to the right to counterbalance it. And then see if you can turn your gaze towards that extended hand. Breathing there. Can everybody see me okay? Okay. And then come back to center. And then lower that foot down. Okay. And then shake out the legs. Shift your weight into the left leg. and put the strap on the right foot. And then draw the strap up. So your hand is facing, thumb facing away, and draw the strap over the hand and ground down. If you need to hold onto a wall or a chair, that's totally fine. Lengthen up through the crown of the head. When you're ready, stretch out the foot there. Finding that balance, trying to level the hips. And then when you're ready, turn the leg out to the side, toes facing up, bring out the left arm. Keep the shoulders right over the hips. See if you can turn your gaze towards that hand. Breathing here. I always love to, as I look at my hand, think about offering in or inviting in the next wonderful thing coming into my life. Bring it back to center and release it. Switch the weight into the right leg again and hold on with, this time you're going to take the strap in the right hand. So it's on the left foot, but on the right hand. Take your left hand on the hip. Ground yourself down, kind of coming into your center. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Stretch the leg out. Again, height isn't as important as it's just the length, and that you're using some resistance to the foot against pushing into the strap and the hand drawing it back. From the belly, from the core, slowly turn away and let that turn go all the way up the spine. See if you can turn to the side. Maybe you can reach that left arm out behind you and turn your gaze behind you. Breathing here. Come back to center. And if you want a little challenge, try to just unhook the foot without touching it down. Reach the hands forward and stretch the foot back. Turn the toes down and really be active. Really reach the heel away from the crown of the head. Breathing here. And then come back up. Nice. Shake out that foot, those long hold. Bring the weight into the left leg and bring the strap on the right foot and hold it though with the left hand. Come back to center. So those of my long-term students know that I love balance. So we're going to play around with it a little more today too after this. So you're grounding down, lengthen up, tone the belly, bring out that right leg. Finding that center, and then from low in the spine, slowly turn away like your spine's a little pole, rotate right around it. So you can take your right hand behind you, reaching here. Breathing into it. And then come back to center. Release the foot if you can and reach the hands out. Stretch long here, turn the toes down. Breathing into it, coming into your warrior three, and then come back up. Nice. You can put the strap down. Shake out the legs a little bit. Find your stance with your feet hip distance apart and parallel. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sit back into your Utkatasana. Bring the hands to heart center and check that your toes are in front of the knees and your knees are right over the feet. And then notice what's going on in the spine. Are you sticking the tailbone out? Tone the belly, draw it in, lengthen the tailbone here. Breathing into your chair. Just finding that strength there in the legs. Your weight feels more in the heels, but the balls of the feet and the toes are on the mat. Breathing into it. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fourfold. Inhale, flat back lengthen. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, step the right leg back into a lunge and rise up on the inhale. Exhale, circle the arms. Inhale up. Exhale, circle. Inhale up. Collapse the hands, roll the shoulders down your back. Really draw the feet together for finding that balance and grounding. And then let yourself reach over to the left side, opening up again, that right side body, breathing into it. And then inhale up, exhale, come over to the right side, opening up the left side. And as you do this, you may be tempted, like the top shoulder might want to come forward. Try to keep it stacked. Only go as far as you can, keeping it stacked. The hip has to kind of counterbalance. Inhale, come up. See if you can just flow with your breath, toning the belly. Go over to one side. Inhale up, exhale over. It's a lot of work drawing those legs together to hold you there. One more time each side. Inhale up, exhale, hands on the mat. Step back to downward dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale, rise up, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, hip side, downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg straight behind you. Exhale, drop forward to lunge. Inhale, the left leg forward, ground down the feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back and lengthen. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, step the left leg back into a lunge. Ground down the feet, rise up. And then exhale, circle the arms. Inhale up. Exhale, circle. Inhale up. Clasp the hands, point the index fingers, draw the shoulders down the back, and really actively draw the feet together. As you draw them together, you feel them kind of push more into the mat, creating more stability. And then let yourself come over to the right. Big breaths into the left side body here. And then inhale and come up. Keep drawing the feet towards each other. Keep the belly gently toned. Keep the elbows stacked and over the shoulders. Breathing here. And then see if you can flow with your breath. Inhale up. Feels wobbling. Don't worry. That's part of it. It's just know that we're all kind of doing the same thing. Just slowly going through the movement, trying to keep grounded. Inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. One more time each side. Inhale. And then exhale over to the left. Inhale up. Exhale. Hands on the mat. Step back to downward dog. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, hip side, downward dog. Inhale, lift the left leg straight behind you. Exhale, drop forward to lunge. Inhale, the right leg forward, ground down the feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, the heart center. Nice. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, step the right leg back into a lunge. Bring your hands on either side of the front foot, tented fingers, and kind of adjust yourself so you're nice and squared up. Your shoulders and your hips are squared to the mat. Keep the right hand on the mat. Raise the left arm up. Roll the shoulders down the back. Stretch in all directions from the heel to the crown of the head. Pushing into the mat and reaching with those left fingertips. Breathing here. Flick your fingers, one off of the other. And then off of the thumb, and then all the fingers. Exhale, lower the hand down onto the mat. And then ground down the feet. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center here. Roll the shoulders down your back. And on your exhale, twist to the left. Just keep the hands in prayer position as you twist. Draw that left shoulder back. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale to center. Drawing in that side body. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale to center. One more time. Inhale, center. Reach up with the arms. Exhale, hands on the mat. Step back, downward dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale, rise up, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, hip side, downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg straight behind you. Exhale, drop forward to lunge. Inhale, the left leg forward, ground on the feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, step the left leg back into a lunge. And again, adjust yourself so you're square to the mat. Notice if the right hip is sticking out, draw it in. Keep the left hand on the mat, raise the right arm up. Draw the shoulder blades down the back, open up through the heart center, reach in all directions, then flick each finger off your thumb, and then flick all the fingers. Exhale, lower the hand down, ground down, draw the feet together, inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Keep a tall spine, a bend in the right knee. On your exhale, twist to the right. Draw that right elbow and shoulder back. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Using that side body, draw in. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands on the mat, step back to downward dog. Inhale, forward to a plank. Exhale, lower down to the mat. This time, bring the forearms forward. So you're like up on your elbows, like a kid watching TV. Tone the belly and take the right hand and reach back for the right foot. Now, if you can't, that's not easy to grab, you can use your strap, hook it on your foot and draw it in. And as you draw the foot towards your bottom, tone the belly so you're lengthening the low back. Because if your quads are tight, then you may compensate by letting the low back kind of arch. And so we want to avoid that. Now breathe into it, opening up this back foot, or leg, excuse me. And then one more breath here. Release that, and then switch sides. And draw the shoulder back as you draw the heel in towards the bottom. Tone the belly again. Breathing into it, opening up quad on the left side. And then release that. And while we're here, let's do something fun. Palms together, elbows right under the shoulders. Tuck your toes. Tone the belly and come up into a little elbow plank here. And draw the shoulder blades down the back, reach through the heels. Breathing here, a little core work. Think about keeping long. Try not to let the belly sag. Better to have hips slightly high than slightly low. Breathing here. One more breath. And then see if you can lift the hips up, push back, push the hips back so you're in a kind of a downward dog, but you're on your forearms. Let yourself come back to the elbow plank, tone the belly, come up into a tall plank, and then push back to your downward dog. Look forward to your hands and walk your hands forward. Ground down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale to heart center. That was a little bonus, little shoulder and core work there that I just thought, there, might as well try it. Wasn't really planned, but that's okay. So now, you're going to take the strap. Does everyone have straps? Or I wasn't totally paying. Does everyone have a strap, or do people have something short, really short? What do we all have? I'm just checking. So you're gonna take this and you have two options. If you have a strap that has loop, has like rings, you could slide it through and make one loop. And you could put it on your foot and bring it behind. If it's shorter, you can just try to hook it on the foot, like over the ankle, okay? And bring it behind you here. And what you're gonna try to do is draw the hands up, and I'll turn sideways, okay? So you have the ankle hooked, hold onto it here, tone the belly, and lift it up and see if you can let yourself come forward. Now, if your strap is not long enough to do that, you can just take your hand on your ankle, raise up the other hand and let yourself come forward. So you're coming in your Natarajasana, dancer pose. So you can do it either with your hand on the foot, or you can put that through and draw it up here. And when you come forward, you want to tone the belly, try to lengthen through the arms. Breathing here as you use that strap to counterbalance. Okay. You can come out of it. Shake it out and then bring it to the other foot. So again, if you have a loop in your strap, you can bring it behind you, Bring the hands behind, grab the strap, draw the foot up, or just hold it with the hand. Tone the belly, lengthen the low back, let yourself come forward. It's kind of fun if you have the strap, because you can use that strap to counterbalance yourself, to find that balance, that little fulcrum. I always think of those little toys when I was a kid that was like the little birdie, like tilting back and forth. Kind of fun. And then come back and then release that. And you can put the strap off to the side. Nice. So come, step your feet wide on your mat. You can turn to the side of your mat and bend into the knees and have the knees in line with the toes. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, let yourself flow over to the right side. Inhale up, exhale, flow over to the left. Inhale up, exhale over. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale, come over. Inhale up and exhale. Inhale up, arms up overhead. Bend the elbows, bring the palms facing up to the sky, little cactus arms here. See if you can lower down a little bit more and really tone the belly. Bring up the right heel and find your balance here. Lower that down, bring up the left heel. Nice. Now see if you can draw into center, bring up both heels, finding that balance. And then lower it down and lengthen the legs. Turn the heels out a little bit and the toes in so the feet are more parallel. Inhale tall, exhale, let yourself hinge forward. Now, if coming to the floor is hard, you can use a block, or you could use a stool or a chair or something here, or you can just tense your fingers. Find that even weight between the heels and the toes. Tone the belly and lengthen through the crown of the head here. Keeping a long spine, let yourself hinge forward a little bit more, being gentle here. Nice big breaths. If it's more comfortable to have some bend in the knees because this bothers your low back, please by all means do that. If it feels good to just let yourself lengthen out and dangle down, go right ahead and do that. Now, an option you have is if you can find your strap, you can take your strap and take it behind your back and open up the arms a little bit, shoulder width, and let them come over your head here. Take a few breaths. Nice big breaths here. Drawing the hands away from the bottom if they're behind you. If that's too much, just keep them on the floor. And then use the hands to lengthen up, lift up, and come back up to a standing position. Okay. Can take the strap now in front of you, reach the arms up overhead, keep the feet wide, and stretch over to the right side. Nice big breath into the left side body. Inhale and up, and exhale over to the left side, stacking the shoulders, breathing here. Inhale up, and then release the strap. Let yourself hinge forward again here, tone the belly, lengthen the spine. Keep the left hand on the mat, raise up the right hand. As you do, notice if the hips want to shift to the right. See if you can keep them centered as you reach up. So maybe the hand doesn't come right over the shoulder, that's okay. Nice big breaths, keep a long spine. On your exhale, bring the hand under the shoulder, reach long to the left, tone the belly, and then inhale, lift the arm up. Exhale, reach across. Inhale up. Exhale, reach. Inhale it up. One more time. Exhale and reach. Inhale up. Exhale, lower the hand onto the mat. Come back to center. Lengthen the spine on the inhale. Keep the right hand on the mat. Raise the left arm up. Roll the shoulders down your back. And again, notice the hips. Notice if they want to shift over to the left. Keep them centered. On the next exhale, reach the arm under the right shoulder. Stretch it long. Inhale up. Exhale, tuck under. Inhale up. Exhale, tuck under. Inhale up. Exhale, tuck under. Inhale up. Exhale, come back to center. Bend the knees and inhale and hinge up. And then let yourself come over to the right side. You can keep the feet more parallel, bring the hand onto the knee here. Open up this inner thigh here, bending with it. If you like, you wanna have a little more strengthening on that leg, then you can keep the arms out to the sides. If it helps to support you a little more, you can do that, but make sure the knee is in line with the toe. Then inhale up, come over to the other side. Your kind of hips or your weight is back more onto the heels. You're sitting back. So the knee is again behind the toes. We're not in front of it. We're not going to come in front, opening up. And then open the arms wide. So you can just come over to the right side. Inhale up, come over to the left side. And again, the weight is back towards the heels. Your knee is behind the toes. Inhale to center, exhale over. Okay. So alignment's very important here. And if anytime this hurts the knees, then please do not do this. Inhale up, one more time over here. Come back to center and then walk the feet in a little bit. Bring your weight into the right foot and turn the left knee out. Ground yourself down, bring your hands onto your hips here, and just feel the hips kind of weight down into the floor and lengthen up through the crown of your head. And then bring your foot up into your tree, Vinyasa, either low or high, wherever feels best for you. Bring the hands to heart center. And inhale, reach up. Exhale, send the arms out. One more breath like that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale out. Hands to heart center. Now we're going to reverse it. So on the inhale, open the arms up. Imagine drawing in all the energy from the universe. Exhale, hands to heart center, bringing in whatever that intention was at the beginning of class. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pause here for a moment. And then bring the knee forward and then step it back into a high lunge. Adjust yourself so that right knee is over the ankle. Inhale here, lengthen. Exhale, see if you can take the elbow onto the knee, or you can do a high twist, your choice. Breathing here. Look over the shoulder, draw the feet together, ground down with that front leg and lengthen your spine. Now bring your gaze in front of that right foot and shift your weight a little into the right foot. Tone the belly, see if you can gently lift the left foot up and step it parallel to the other foot. And then look back over your shoulder. Breathing here. Inhale, arms up. And exhale to heart center. Nice. Bring that, pause for just a moment here actually, and just notice the difference between the sides of the body, how they might feel after that one shift. And then bring the hands on the hips, shift the weight into the left foot, turn the right knee out, ground down. Really kind of take your hands on the hips and push into the hips to feel them ground down. Then tone your belly and reach up through the crown of your head. And when you're ready, bring your foot up to whichever height feels best for you for your tree pose right now. And then bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, spread them out. One more time like that. Inhale up. Exhale. And then this time, inhale, open them wide. Exhale them down through heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. And then bring the knee forward and step it back into a high lunge. So adjust yourself again. Move that foot back enough so that the knee is over the ankle in front. Lengthen through the spine on the exhale. Either twist to the left with your hand on the hip and hand on the knee. Or if you'd like to, you can come down into a lower twist with the elbow on the knee. And then remember to lengthen. Stretch that back heel. Reach through the crown of the head. Breathing here in the twisted lunge. And then bring your gaze in front of that front foot. Shift the weight forward. Tone the belly. Bring the right leg forward and plant it on the mat. And then look over your shoulder. Breathe in here. And then inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. And then walk yourself back to your downward dog. And draw the shoulders down the back. Inhale, lift the right leg straight behind you. On the exhale, shift the shoulders forward and bring the knee to the outer elbow. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, tone the belly, cross it over. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, bring the knee to the outer elbow. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, cross it over one more time. Inhale, back. Lower the foot down onto the mat and inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, lower to the mat. Reach the arms out long in front of you. Tone the belly, lengthen that low back there as you're kind of pushing the pubic bone into the mat. Inhale, lift the hands, shoulders, feet, head off the mat. Turn the inner thighs in and up to the sky. Take a few breaths here. Exhale, lower down, bring the hands under the shoulders. Tuck the toes, hip side, downward dog. Draw the shoulders down your back. Set yourself up nice and strong. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, shift the shoulders forward, knee to the outer elbow. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, cross it over. Inhale, stretch it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the elbow. Inhale, back. Exhale, cross it over. Inhale, back. Lower the foot down, shift yourself forward, come back down onto the mat. Bring the arms out in front of you, tone the belly. Inhale, hands, shoulders, head, feet off the mat. Breathing here, stretch long. And then exhale, lower down, stack the hands, let your forehead come onto the back of your hands. Take a few breaths with your exhales out your mouth, rock your hips back and forth. Let your shoulders really relax here. One more big exhale. And then roll over onto your back and find your strap. So come onto your back with a strap and lay yourself long. And take your strap and bring it over the right foot. Bring it over the ball of the right foot and hold it with the right hand. And what's important here, again, is the leg is straight. And avoid this. We want to keep the leg straight. So if you need to have it as straight as out here, that's totally fine. Tone the belly and gently draw the foot towards the torso. And use your breath. So on your inhales, let it expand away from the body a little bit, an inch or two. Exhale, just gently. So we're not bouncing here, but we're just going with the breath, trying to open up the back of the leg. And the reason it's important to have the legs so straight versus a bent knee is that this is going to open up the whole back of the leg versus just the insertion point where the hamstring hooks into the hip. So breathing here. Now keep your left hand on your left hip and ground that leg down. Actively tone the belly here and keep the right hip down as you open up the right leg out to the right. And you can bring your elbow right on the mat like a little kickstand and stretch that leg out to the right. And as you do, try to avoid letting the hips shift to the right. Try to keep that left one down, holding here, and you're flexing that left foot. So the core is active here, even though you're opening up that right side. And then inhale, bring the foot right up over the hip. Set both hips down flat on the mat and just cross the foot over without letting the right hip come off the mat. Open up. So this is going to open up the outer corner of your hip. Now take the strap in the left hand and let the foot come all the way over to the left. Let that right hip roll off the mat. Take the right arm out to the right and take a few breaths here, letting gravity just kind of pull you into the twist. Big sigh, just let it out in the twist. And then come back to center and then switch feet. Bring up the left foot and let the right foot come down. And you're holding it in the left hand. Again, the leg is straight wherever it comes to, whether it's out here or it's up high. Tone the belly gently and just use your breath. So on the exhale, draw the leg in closer to the body. On the inhale, open it up. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale it open. One more time, being gentle with it. And then take the right hand on the right hip, ground that hip down, flex the right foot, tone the belly, open the leg out to the left. Bring the elbow right on the mat and breathe here into the leg. You can try to, if it feels good, you can draw the foot closer up towards the shoulder on the left there, but you decide how far that feels good to open it. But as you're letting the leg out, remember to try to keep that right hip grounded. Bring the foot back up to center and settle the hips down. Without letting the hips shift, just cross the foot over the body till you feel that nice outer hip stretch right here. Kind of a little bit of the glute too. Then you can switch the strap into the right hand. Let the foot come all the way over to the right. The hips roll off the mat. Turn your gaze to the left. Take a couple big breaths here. Just let the exhale sigh out. And then release, come back to center. Release the foot. And hug the knees into the chest. Maybe rock yourself side to side a little bit. And then lay yourself long on your mat. And then squeeze the hands and feet, flex them wide, the toes and fingers, roll the ankles and wrists around, and release the hands and feet. Let your palms turn up to the sky. Ground the arms and legs into the mat and release and relax. Adjust the hips and shoulders, rock the head back and forth. Take a nice big inhale. Big exhale, let it out. Squeeze your face, scrunch it up tight, and then stretch it out wide. Lift the eyebrows, open the mouth, maybe even stick out the tongue. And let yourself settle in to your mat. And bring your attention to your breath. And just observe the breath for a moment. And as you lay here on the mat, imagine a gentle, warm rain just trickling down on you. And then trickling down into that stream of life that connects all of us. Realizing that all human beings have the same desires for love and happiness and joy and peace. With each exhale, let yourself grow a little heavier on the mat, surrendering to the mat. Slowly allow the breath to lengthen. Wiggle the fingers and toes a little bit. And stretch the arms long overhead. Take a nice big deep inhale. And on your exhale, roll over to your right side and use your arm like a pillow for your head and draw the knees up into the belly and take a few breaths here. And then slowly use your hands to come up to a seated position with your eyes closed. You come up to your seat with your hands to heart center, with your eyes closed. Take a moment to just observe your breath and your body and your mind. And bring back into the forefront of your mind your intention that you set at the beginning of practice. And remember to hold that in your heart as you go through your day and through your week, so that it can be a guiding light for you. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today in class. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.
That was great, Dion. Thank you so much.
You are